And we are live today to show how to remove the undefeatable hood on this game, this new game that just came out. It's like Ghost of Tsushima with, Souls-like Ghost of Tsushima, but it's free to play. And like Genshin Impact, it has an undefeatable number on the screen that you cannot remove. That is so ridiculous, man. It is a deal breaker. Like, if a game has a number on the screen that doesn't go away even during a cutscene, I'm not gonna play it. I wanted to play Genshin Impact. I like the game. I think it was interesting, but there's no way I'm gonna play it with a number on the screen all the time. It is immersion breaking. I have enough with the afterburner numbers, but the thing is I can't toggle them off. So I found a way to remove that, and I was not able to find a mod or anything online to fix it. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Now this might get updated and you might get banned by doing this, because we're gonna have to use ReShade with full add-on support, which is not supposed to be usable for multiplayer games. But the thing is, this game has a single player mode, so I don't see why would they try to ban you for using it for a single player. I don't think it's a big deal. This is not a battle royale or anything. Now what we're gonna be using to fix this is shader toggler. Now this is very, very interesting, because you're gonna understand the power of Reno DX. Because with shader toggler, what we do is we find the shader that we want to remove, and that's it. You just find it. I'm gonna show you how to find it, because it's different depending on the area of the game that you are. You have more or less shaders, and you have to find the correct one to remove it. Now that's what shader toggler does. Now Reno DX, you find the shader, you can just remove it, just toggle it off too. But the power of Reno DX is that you can then decompile the shader, and then decompile it so you can read it. You can see it in a readable language, HLSL. And then you can modify the shader. Because when you toggle the shader off, there are some elements that will also turn off that you might not want. So you only want to remove that annoying number on the screen that's all the time there. You don't want to remove other HUD elements. So with Reno DX, you can just change the code of the shader to only remove specifically what you want, or modify it in any way. So this gives you the power to do many, many things. It's not only for fixing HDR. So fixing HDR with Reno DX might be something advanced, but there are some easy things like this that you can do without knowing how to program or anything. Because what I would do is I have to set up Reno DX. Maybe it's not gonna work on this game because of the multiplayer elements. Maybe it will work. It could work. If shader toggler is working, Reno DX should be working. So what you could do is you set up Reno DX. We have a live stream where we show a step-by-step how you can set up the environment, so it's easy. Then after you go through the work of setting up Reno DX and you have the environment and everything there, then it's easy to put it on every game so you can work on it. Then after you do that, you're gonna intercept the shader. You're gonna find it similarly to how we're gonna do it now with shader toggler, just by trial and error. And then what you're gonna do is, with that code, with the code of the shader that you found, that's the one you want to modify, you're going to put that code in ChatGPT. Let's say you don't know anything about programming, right? Like I know a little bit, but I don't have the expertise to be able to modify that, unless it's something like extremely easy. But the thing is, you're gonna copy that code, just copy and paste, boom, into ChatGPT, and you're gonna, or any other of these AI, pages. So you're gonna tell the ChatGPT, for example, this is a pixel shader from a DirectX 11 or a DirectX 12 game that is responsible for some HUD elements. I want to specifically remove the HUD element that has this number, for example, something like that. And ChatGPT, after some back and forth, it will find what you're looking for, and it's gonna give you the modified code. So all you have to do is copy and paste that. You don't need to have the expertise to do it yourself. Just copy and paste that, and now you're gonna inject that modified shader into the game to do what you want. So that is super powerful. That's why I really want to get into Reno DX. I have just been busy because it is super powerful. It allows you to do things very specific that you want, and you might not find the mod on the internet or how to do it. So let's get into it. Let me, I just woke up. I had the stream set up for this time. I was not even ready to start streaming, but I was like, okay, let's get into it. So let me get the chat here on screen. I'm gonna open the game and I'm gonna show you. How's it going? Let me get the chat here. I tried the game yesterday. It seemed to be great. It seems like it is a Ghost of Tsushima like. Not sure if it's a Souls like. It does have parry. It's like Black Myth Wukong mixed with Rise of the Ronin. But the best thing about this game so far, looks unbelievable. It looks great. And the performance is great too. So I see a trend usually when we get a free-to-play game, or at least this one is free-to-play now. I don't know if they're gonna change it later. But when we get a free-to-play game, it usually runs very fast and looks great. So the Unreal Engine 5 slop usually happens with the usual game that you pay money for it. But when you get a free-to-play game, then it runs like a dream. I don't get it. This one's looks amazing. I was blown away. I was like, wow, this is looking great. Now, I didn't like that when you start the game, you don't have access to the settings. You have to play the game, the beginning, the intro of the game. You have to play it without being able to access your graphic settings. So with whatever they set up. But I have to be fair, the default graphic settings were running very fast. Let me change the audio here so you don't get double audio with the, set it to the headphones. The default graphic settings were correct. It was running, I was running without any drops. And then what I did was increase the graphical settings. The game is very loud. Give me a second. Lower the volume. I'll change the game. That should be good now. Let me see if it applied. Yeah. So let me know if that's good already or if it's still too loud. I don't want any voice chat. I'm playing. That should be good. Oh, fine. Okay. Okay, so let me show you this. Let me make the ReShade bigger. Oh, actually, let me show you the game. Let me set this up. Again, I was not even ready for the stream. I just woke up and then started. Let me. Where is the? Boom. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you how to do this. Very easy. Very easy. And the thing is, this is useful for any game really. So this is a power. After you learn how to do this, it's a power. You can do it in many other games that you want. Remove this. Okay. Okay, so let me make ReShade numbers bigger here. Ooh, it's too much. Okay, so let me make this 20, maybe not 15. Yeah, 15 is okay. Okay. So you see how this works. Okay, how to install ReShade, we have covered that before. It's very easy. I think everyone knows. All you have to do is download ReShade with full add-on support from the ReShade site, and then it's an executable. You open that, search where the game install folder is, and you're gonna double click on the game executable file. That's it. And then you can select the effects that you want. It doesn't really matter for this mod. And then at the end, on the last page, which is the add-ons selection page, you're gonna select shader toggler by Altis. Shader toggler by Altis. And you're gonna get this shader toggler here under add-ons. Okay? So what you're gonna do is you're going to see, I don't have it right now set up. I'm gonna show you how to do it from scratch. So you're gonna click here on new, and you're gonna click on change shaders. And depending on where you are on the game, you're gonna see more or less shaders. Right here, we can see on the top left corner, the numbers are a little bit small, but we can see we have vertex shaders 150, pixel shader 175, and compute shaders 22. So depending on where you are in the game, you're gonna have more or less. And the specific shader that we want to remove, this ID, is annoying, undefeatable ID number that never goes away on the screen. Doesn't matter if it's a cutscene. As long as you're playing the game, this thing is here, and it's so freaking annoying. So it's gonna be a different shader depending on where you are on the game. So you have to search for it. But now, after you search for it and you toggle it off, then it's gonna work anywhere you are. You don't have to do it again. So this is only only have to do this one time, and that's it. So here's how it works. You have your keyboard. You're gonna use this 6 keyboard. Okay, all this numpad. This is what you're gonna use for this shader toggler. So what you're gonna do is you're going to search. You're going to cycle through all the shaders. This 1, 2 is to cycle through the compute shaders. This 4 and 5 is to cycle through the pixel shaders. And the 7 and 8 is to cycle through the vertex shaders. Now, usually a hot element is going to be a pixel shader. So all we have to use is the 5 and the 4. So what we're gonna do, so 5 and 4 is to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or go backwards, right? So I'm gonna recommend you to go backwards to find it faster, because I found it to be one of the last ones. So I'm gonna use the 4 to go backwards from the first shader to the 150, 149, 148. And then what happens is when you cycle through the shaders, you will see that things start to disappear. That's what you're gonna see. So now let me get this ReShade out of the way with home. And now we're going to cycle through the shaders until we find that annoying hot element. So pay attention to the bottom left corner of the screen where we have this ID number that never goes away. So we're gonna go, as you can see here, I am changing, oh no, I made a mistake. I'm changing the vertex shader. Oh, why? I thought this was supposed to be the, oh, so the pixel shader is 1 and 2. I don't know why it changed. Or anyway, 1 and 2 is the same idea. So let's go through it. So I'm going through. See, there you go. That's the ID number. So you see, we found it. In this case, is the pixel shader 169, one of the last ones. That's it. So after you find it, you see how we're toggling it off? See, before, after, before, after. We're toggling it off. So after you find the shader, what you have to do is you have to save it. You have to save it with this right here, with 3. Shader is part of this toggle group. So it is saved now. And the same applies. So let's say if you're finding a vertex shader with this 2, then you save it with this number. And with this 2, you save it with this number. I don't know why I changed the keyboard to find the shader, but it doesn't matter. There you go. So we found it. We saved it. Now we're gonna click here, done. And we have a toggle key that by default is the caps lock. This key right here, that's the default. So by pressing that, I'm getting rid of that. Just look at that. See? Before, absolutely unplayable game. After, thank you very much, I can now play your game. Before, ridiculous. Why would you ever do that? After, oh, this game is so great. So there you go. Before, after. It's that simple. Now, as you can see, we're getting rid of the objective, which is not desirable. So if you want to be able to do this and only and exclusively just get rid of that annoying number, but you don't want to get rid of your objective, you don't want to get rid of this, you know, thing. You see it says appearance, hide UI, photo. It is also going away. I'm sure if you try to open the menu, some things are gonna go away. So if you only want to affect that ID number, you have to use Reno DX. Check out the live stream where we went through with Musa and how to set up the environment. I'm gonna link that in the description of this live stream after I finish. So you have to install some programs and do some things. It's quite complicated and long, but you only have to do it one time. After you do it, then you're ready to start, doing whatever you want with the games. So it's a similar process with Reno DX. You find the shader, but then you go beyond. You're gonna decompile that to be readable. You're gonna copy and paste that to ChatGPT, and you're gonna tell ChatGPT to change the code for you to whatever you want. Sometimes it's gonna work and you're gonna be able to do it. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to do it, but it's a lot of fun to try. And I think it's very, very powerful, very useful, because you can learn. Let's say you don't know anything about programming, you can learn by using an AI, because you can ask, okay, what does this line of code means? What is this responsible for? And this thing is gonna tell you, well, this is, it's gonna explain you. And you can go back and forth and learn how to program by doing that. Amazing. And you have the incentive of you're learning how to do that, to change the games that you want to play, see, to modify them. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Now let me, I don't know, for some reason it seems like the game deleted the Reno DX HDR add-on. So let me close the game and copy that again so I can use HDR for me here, like I did yesterday. So maybe that's an annoying thing. I'm gonna always have to copy the Reno DX. Let me make myself bigger here. Close the game, copy Reno DX, and okay. Let me close this game. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna open the game. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it for a moment to see how it is. I think I like it so far, but I need to try more. And I'm gonna read the comments and all of that. Let me first get the HDR working. HDR is looking great. I know, actually, I didn't use Reno DX HDR. I was just toggling on the HDR from the game yesterday. I'm not even sure this is on Unreal Engine. Let me just open the game and toggle it on. Okay, let me read the comments. Yeah, it toggles off the HUD text. But the thing is, when you're actually just playing the game, you can just toggle it off. You're playing the game, you want it back, just toggle it back on. If you want to do a pro, like only affect that, you need to use Reno DX. So that's the incentive, to learn how to do it with Reno DX. I might do it if I actually gonna play the game a lot. I might go and try Reno DX and fix it the right way, and then I will share. So I'm gonna try the game today to see if I like it. If I really do like it and I'm gonna play it, then I will do it right. Let me get HDR on this game. I forgot where's HDR here. On brightness setting, advanced, there you go. Oh, the thing is, this Samsung TVs, man, every time you turn on the PC, you have to go to the settings of your TV and make sure it is on PC mode, and you have to toggle on the game mode. Why, man? Is that so hard to just fix and make it automatic for Samsung? That doesn't make any sense. So that's why HDR cannot be toggled on, because we're not in game mode and it just, the HDR was off. So let me try opening the game again now and see if, well, now it cannot even, now it is working but on the other display. Let me close it. Fix the display mess that I have right now. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna make, okay, so now we have HDR on. Let me check the resolution, everything. You have to check everything with this Samsung TVs. Absolutely everything. Every time you turn on the PC, it doesn't remember anything. What a mess. So I was using, for this game, for the beginning, because I was playing Hogwarts Legacy like this. No G-Sync, no VRR, and just a lock 144. I was playing Hogwarts Legacy like this without VRR. To use frame generation, I want to have the highest frame rate. So when you use VRR, the cap is 138 frames. And from 138 to 144, that is 6 frames that we're missing out. And I think that's very important. So that's why I like to turn off VRR when using frame generation. Because 2x frame generation, we need a much higher base frame rate, but yeah, this TV is 144. So that's the best I can do. Now let's try again. Okay, I'm gonna read the chat now. Let's see what we got here. So we got Busty Weaver Weeds or Busty Weaver Beats. Let me see. Let me open the game first. Okay. Okay, now we have HDR in the game. It looks beautiful. Let's check it out. The stream is on SDR 4K. So on YouTube, you either stream 1440p HDR as a maximum streaming quality, or 4K. Or 4K SDR. Now, I think I also have to figure out how to save the changes, because every time I turn on the game I have to do the shader toggler thing for some reason. Maybe I'm not saving it. Okay, so the game, again, the game looks great. Performance is very good too. Controller connected. Okay, let me use the controller. It's not working. I don't know why the controller is not working. We'll figure that out later. Oh, because I have to click on the game. Okay, so game looks amazing. I really like how it looks. I think it looks fantastic. The performance is fast. This is, let me show you the settings. This is max out settings. Oh no. Yeah, it is max out settings. And DLSS quality. And you might think, well, of course, that's expected on a 5090. That's the performance you should get, right? Well, I was playing hell is us with DLSS performance. We're getting 90 FPS. DLSS performance, 90 FPS, and it doesn't look even close to how good this looks. Not even close. So it's not a given because you have a 5090, you're gonna get good performance. Some of these games, the performance is garbage, regardless. Now let me get myself out of the way. I notice I am in the way of. Maybe I can change the. I'm gonna change the afterburner numbers to the left. There you go. Okay, let me check the chat. See if you have any questions about these. You think about the console users getting 30 FPS. Well, but the thing is, I don't know how good this game runs. This might be 60 FPS on the consoles. But the thing is, a console is cheaper, okay? The sad thing is you spend, I don't know, $5,000 on a gaming PC and you're playing at 60 FPS with a stuttering. That is unacceptable, and that happens. So when you get the high-end PC is because you want better, and some of these games don't give you better. Some of these games literally feel like they are downgrading your PC. That's my complaint. But of course, if you spend, you know, $500-700 on a console, that's not the expectation. Although it could be possible. These developers could give you a game that runs 4K 120 FPS, but they don't. They spend resources and things that don't make any sense, like ray tracing. So you're only seeing SDR 1440p? I'll check that out later. The stream is at 4K, 60 FPS. Maybe I have to check the settings too. Just started using Special K FPS limiter. Amazing. Special K is very powerful. You can have ReShade inside of a Special K. Yeah, so I think I have to do the shader toggler again because I don't know, it seems like I'm not saving it. Looking to upgrade my C1 soon. What TV do you recommend? A QD OLED. Get a 55-inch or bigger QD OLED. There's no other upgrade in my opinion. Just get a thing is, I would say get a glossy QD OLED, but we can now remove the matte finish, and the S95F is the brightest. You have the One Connect box, which is a headache. It's not good. And you have, you know, the matte finish. And you have Samsung, which sucks. But if you want the best picture quality, that's the best picture quality. That the brightest QD OLED panel will be the best picture quality. And nothing will come even close. So someone even made working hacks for a Counter-Strike 2 with ChatGPT. Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot. Because the AI knows how to program. If there is something it knows how to do very well, is that. Do you know about the Luma Framework DLAA mod? No, I don't. I'm gonna, if you can drop a comment on the stream so I remember to check it out. So below, you know, a regular comment. Okay, so firmware update on the Samsung TV changing stuff. The last video I made about the Samsung firmware updates was because Samsung updated the HDIG. They broke it, and the reason why they broke HDIG was unintended, and they fixed it. They supposedly fixed it later with a later firmware update. But I made a video and I said, okay, I'm not going to update the firmware until I'm sure they fix all this mess. So I took my S90D offline. I don't want to mess with HGIG. It's working perfect. Why would I even update the TV? I am using it as a gaming monitor exclusively. I'm not using the internal apps. For that, I have my S90C upstairs. So I'm not going to update the firmware. And now you're telling me some changes happening with the color space and all of that. I'm not going to update it. That's just not, they should not change anything related with the calibration of the TV at all. Why would you do that? Now, I don't believe they will ever lower the brightness. It doesn't make any sense. The S90D is already the dimmest QD OLED TV ever made. Okay? It's as dim as the S95B and the S90C, first generation QD OLED. Why? Because it was nerfed on the factory. It's not with a firmware update. It was already dim. Okay. So all you get is 200 nits full screen and peak brightness as high as 1500 nits on a very small window. That if you go to the service menu and max out the brightness. It has never been higher than that. Of course, some panels might be a little bit brighter, like, I don't know, 210 nits. I don't know, depending on the panel variants. But Samsung is restricting the brightness intentionally. This could be a lot brighter, significantly brighter, but they are nerfing the brightness intentionally. Believe me, someday, if someone figures out a way to unlock these TVs, I'm gonna make a video about it, and I strongly believe that's gonna happen. And if that happens, for example, I would not need to buy the S95F. I would just unleash all the brightness of the TV and get it as high as the power would allow. And it might be 300 nits full screen. I don't know how bright it can get. And I will make a video about it, I'll tell you. But the thing is, this fear mongering that, oh, Samsung firmware update is gonna lower the brightness of my TV. It's not gonna happen, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? It's already the dimmest QD OLED TV. They don't need to do that to sell you the S95F. The S95F blows out of the water the S90D already. It makes it look like there's something wrong with it. There's no need to further increase the gap. And there's no way Samsung will ever remove you the ability to access the service menu, because it's necessary for service. They might change the code, the color control app might need to be updated, but you will always be able to access the service menu. It's not gonna happen. So there's a lot of fear mongering about that on the internet. I don't think it's gonna happen. So Chino is saying that I read recently a patch broke how VP9 coded videos I render on S90F. Colors shifted badly. That's bad, man. Like, I don't want them to be messing with picture quality, but sometimes it might be unintended. They're trying to change something else and they break something. Samsung is not good with the firmware updates. You have to know that. Now wait, I think why my camera is off now. Wait, let me fix that. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, we're back. So yeah, Samsung absolutely sucks when it comes to everything else, but the picture quality is the best. Brightest QD OLED equal best picture quality. It's very simple. So you have to suffer, like Jensen says. You have to endeavor. So 400 watts is crazy while idle. So what do you mean by idle? No, the game is running right now. Game is running. I think 400 watts is actually very low. I've been noticing, by the way, on this new B850 motherboard with the 9800X3D, I've been noticing that in some games the 5090 power is significantly lower, and I'm not sure if it has to do with this motherboard having an additional power connector for the motherboard itself to improve the GPU power delivery. I thought that connector was to not rely on the 75 watts from the PCIe Express slot, but I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna search about it, because the reason why we are reading 400 watts right now only from the GPU, because that might be the power from the 12-pin connector, but maybe that additional 8-pin connector to the motherboard is giving the rest of the power. I don't know, because some games this is too low. This 5090 goes close to 600 watts when it is at 100%, and I don't see that in some games. I see 300, 400 watts. It doesn't make any sense. This is a 5090. Yeah, but this is a 5090. This one goes up to 600 watts. My 3080 goes up to 400, I think. So this is similar to the 3080. That doesn't make any sense. You got a 4080 Super, it goes up to 240 watts. That's very good. Okay, let me see if I missed some comments. Would you pay extra for Samsung to allow more brightness? I wouldn't pay them anything extra. They should give it to me. I think they should be able to just have we should be able to have the option to void the warranty and burn the TV. Just let me have all the brightness. Let me use all the power of the TV. I'm telling you, someday someone is going to find a way to unlock the brightness of all these Samsung TVs, and you might have to completely hack the firmware of the TV, the service menu revamp or something like that. It's gonna happen, and then I will do it 100%. And if there's a way to mod the power supply of the TV, the component, to replace it for a more powerful one from a higher end model, or someone makes that modification and you can give the TV more power with a new firmware to unleash that, I would do that too, because I'm sure I can take care of the TV so it doesn't burn in. I'm sure I can do that. It's not a problem. It will get hot. Let it get hot. Let it burn. I don't care. It's gonna be fine. This TV is not gonna last very long anyway. It's a Samsung TV. Some people are concerned about longevity on these Samsung TVs. They are crap. It's going to break. Something else is gonna break. It's not gonna be because of the brightness or burning. That's not gonna be the problem. The TV is not gonna last long enough for that to be a problem. So yeah, the reason why I want to toggle off this annoying hot element is not because of burning. It's because I find it to be very, very annoying. And let's do that again, because the change didn't save. I don't know what I'm doing that I'm not saving it, but I'll find it here real quick. So I'm gonna find it here. Here it is. Found it, saved it, done with it. Very easy. Oh, save. I forgot to hit here. Save all toggle groups. That's what happened. That's it. See, very fast, very quickly we can find it and save it. Okay, let me. So it's not hard at all. How's it going, Bolo? It's a good time for European zone. I will tell you, Asus OLED monitors suck in longevity. Actually, I have to update the firmware of my MSI QD OLED monitor because MSI added the brightness boost feature, and I should definitely glaze them for that because they didn't have to do it. They could sell you the new QD OLED monitor because it has the brightness boost feature. So the idea is they want to give you the 1000 nits peak brightness and keep the EOTF tracking as good as the 400 nits mode. And the reason why that's a challenge is because of a Samsung limitation at the panel level. And they did a firmware update and they added a feature to the older monitors. We should definitely glaze MSI for that. They didn't have to do it and they did it. I'm going to update the firmware and make a video about it and glaze them over. Why not? They deserve it. EOTF fix, I read that it clips highlights though. Yeah, it's not perfect. The thing is they're trying their best to improve the situation, but the problem is power, is restrictions from Samsung. They are trying to work around the issue, but they cannot fix it. The issue is unfixable because it's from Samsung, coming from the factory. So they just try what they can. Okay, so let's actually play the game. Now I'm dropping frames here a little bit. I'm gonna lower the DLSS so I get a locked 144. See, I have no hot elements on the menu. I can just do this and toggle them back on. So yeah, I need to use shader toggler if I'm gonna play this game. See if I can fix it like the pro way. Okay, I'm gonna lower this DLSS to balance maybe. See if that's enough. No, it's not enough. Let me lower maybe the shadows. See if we can get a locked 144. This vegetation quality is probably going to affect the CPU. So if I'm CPU bound, that would be a good idea. View distance, I never like to lower view distance. A reflection. There's not a high option, just ultra. Real-time sunlight. This sounds like ray tracing. Lighting will shift in real time, creating real-time shadow effects. This sounds like ray tracing. Let me turn this off and see if the performance improves. Oh yeah, massively. Yep. Well, not massively actually, no. It's the same. Getting 135. No, it's the same. Let me find what is the performance killer setting here before I start playing. I don't want to lower reflection too much. I'm going to lower this too high. Vegetation too high. I wish there was a high detail reflection where we go from ultra to medium. Sometimes that's just not a good idea. So the settings on the game, they are not improving performance too much. So yeah, let me lower this. No, it's not good, not doing anything. Well, for now, I'm gonna lower the DLSS more. And then later to actually play the game, I would just use, that's what VRR is for. You're almost getting all the frames. It's dropping a little bit, not a big deal. Use VRR, problem solve. So instead of using DLSS performance here, I could use DLSS quality and get almost the same performance. But yeah, this is should be a close to lock frame rate. Okay, let me see if I can pop the chat on the screen here. Yeah. Yeah, the QD OLED brightness on the monitors is pathetic. I mean, it's the same almost from the very. You get the very first QD OLED monitor to the generation before the last one, and the brightness is the same. This is the first time they increased the brightness a little bit, the full screen brightness a little bit. It's really almost the same brightness from the beginning. It's really pathetic. But yeah, it is what it is. I think that's one of the biggest reasons to just get a TV. Unfortunately, the TVs are not 240 Hertz plus yet. Hopefully we get there soon. But TVs are so much better than monitors when it comes to the HDR. It's not even close. Let me get my headphones here to play the game. I'm gonna use a Special K more. The thing is, a Special K is just another layer where some games don't work and they crash, and it's kind of a hassle. But I'm gonna use a Special K more. I will learn how to use it better. And you can have ReShade inside a Special K as a plugin, so it works very well. Yeah, the reason why I have VRR off is because yesterday I was playing Hogwarts Legacy with frame generation, and with frame generation I want to get the highest frame rate possible, and when you use VRR it goes down to 138 frames. Sorry. So it makes a difference from 138 to 144 because the base frame is higher, you get less artifacts from the frame generation. And you also get better input lag when you turn off VRR on this TV, so it is better in that case. But I would actually, this is the perfect game to use VRR because with DLSS quality, which looks much better, I am already getting almost 144. So like here, if I change it, see I'm getting 144, the GPU is at 90%. If I change to DLSS quality, it almost doesn't change at all. Let's see. So it's almost, I mean it changes, but it's not a big deal. So I would definitely use DLSS quality on this one. I'm actually wondering if this is making any changes at all. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is making a difference because the frame rate is lower, but not a big deal. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I did force the transformer model globally on the NVIDIA app. No, you do. I do feel the difference from 120 to 144, and especially the motion. The motion, I can see it too. It's a small difference, but I can definitely see it, and I'll definitely see from 144 to 165 if I end up getting the S95F. Okay, so let's play this game, see if it's any good.
Assemble.
Whoa, is that a secret code? This is some hero meetup spot, isn't it? We're gonna see one for real.
The man in black took the jade pendant Uncle Jiang gave me. Maybe this has something to do with Uncle Jiang. I should look inside.
What you looking for? I'll help. So much dust.
The subtitles go away too.
Is that a spear? Hey, look! There's a spear! A real one!
Careful. Wow, they even dug this up.
That looks so cool! Show me, show
It's
me!
sharp and heavy. You could hurt yourself.
Oh, just let me hold it. Just once, please. Come on. I'm telling Auntie Han, and you won't get to go to the first jar banquet. You'll miss her big announcement.
Hey, don't
No, I'm
worry,
playing
don't
on the
worry.
S90D
I'll take
right
it
now.
aside. Be right back. There's a hidden drawer.
The
I
plasma,
hadn't noticed that before.
the problem is the
A letter to
input
Uncle
lag.
John. From someone
My
named
Pioneer
Ray.
Kuro. The input lag is too high. It looks amazing, but the input lag is bad. Now, see, this is getting rid of the of the subtitles, of everything. But I can toggle it back on to actually play the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that.
Telling Uncle Jiang to find Tianying. But he never mentioned the person who wrote this letter. Or Tianying either. I'll keep it with me. It might hold a clue to Uncle Jiang's whereabouts. Looks like someone has moved the spirit tablet. The man in black just took the jade pendant and didn't hurt me. He also left some kind of carved mark. Could this be connected to Uncle Jiang?
Some low resolution
No use
textures,
guessing. I'd better ask Aunt Han what's
very
over
close
there.
to the camera.
Aunt Han said she had important news to share at the first jar banquet. Could it be about Uncle Jiang?
There's another.
Will Uncle Jiang come back for the first jar banquet?
It's a loot here. Yeah, game is looking great, man. The performance is very good too.
That man in black took the jade pendant.
I'm not talking to you. I'm still mad.
Okay, I have to toggle this back on. Kind of annoying. I definitely have to use Reno DX to get rid of that ID number alone and not everything else.
Come on, nothing to see here. Let's head home.
Oh, we went through all that trouble to sneak out, and we're going back already? Are you trying to trick me so that you can find that warrior in black on your own?
There's no man in black. I was dreaming just now. You know I'd never lie to you.
You do too, lie. You promised you'd come with me to the General's Shrine to get the new storybook from Bir Kwang. Now look. No heroes.
I'm looking at the stream.
storybook. If I knew this would happen, I would have gone on my own and
Oh,
not
it's
come
clipping
with you
because
with
I have
Han.
the.
How about this? We have to pass the general shrine on the way back anyway. I'll take you there to wait for the caravan, so you'll be the first in line to buy the new storybook, alright?
Really? All right, let's go now. Right now. You're the best.
It's clipping because I'm using the True Black 400 and the
What's this
game.
big announcement Auntie
The
Han
game is going
to me?
beyond 400
No
nits.
idea.
Actually, let's
Maybe
see.
she'll grant me permission to learn martial arts in the Jianghu?
Let's see what is
You
the.
gotta bring me along.
Oh, I didn't install the HDR analysis tool on this game. Well, I'll do it later. I wanted to see the HDR. How was it?
Man in black? He's a great hero, isn't he?
Mm.
So many people have been showing up in Sinha. I'm
So
sure
that seems to be the bonfire, a teleportation. Man, I really like how this game looks. I mean, the reflections look noisy. Reflections are not great. Yeah, reflections are noisy. Terrible, actually. Yeah. Just don't look at the reflections then. Try to avoid looking at them. But other than that, it looks amazing. Performance great too.
Go easy.
Well, not that great. It's going down.
I made the bridge fall down. How will you get over here?
I see the
You can do that? Then I can do it too.
what is that?
Sure you can, Hero and Ruby. But we need to head to the General Shrine today. Next time.
I noticed
Tomorrow,
there is
at the
a
first jar banquet, I'll perform this as the grand finale.
Okay,
I'll
shut
jump
up
up
so I
into
can
the
speak.
top and let everyone see.
So I see that there's like a depth of field during the cutscenes that makes the whole background much lower resolution. Like
But pretty.
they are expecting you to use depth of field,
Storybooks say.
so they are focusing the performance on the main character and reducing the pixel density of everything else.
Scare the butterflies off.
But yeah, definitely the reflections look absolutely awful. Look at this thing. Max out settings. The reflections are an absolute mess. Look at that. It's pure noise. Pure noise. I much rather have no reflections whatsoever. That's what these developers need to understand. If the graphics are not clean, erase them. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see anything ugly. So instead of trying to give me a reflection here and not being able to, and it looks like a complete mess, it's super noisy, just make it like something flat, like it's not even accurate. Put a texture there. I don't know. I just don't want to see noise. See, when you're, man, this girl just, she wouldn't shut off. Just keep talking until I go and do what they want me to do. What am I supposed to do here?
You're just gonna leave the flowers alone?
What am I supposed to do here? You just get sick. Things I was not paying attention to what she was saying. So I don't know what am I supposed to do here. Oh, I just hit it? Okay. So yeah, the thing is, I don't want to be walking around and seeing all this noise on the floor. See how evident it is? Just erase that. Just remove the reflection. If it doesn't look good, just remove it. I don't want to see it. I don't want you to add ray tracing to fix this. No, just remove it. Completely. Everything else looks great. See this particle, this leaves going up when you walk around, that is great. I really like that. Flowers, the forest moving looks great. Performance is good. All this noise is killing the graphics. Completely killing the graphics. How's it going, Z? I mean, I just started playing the game. It looks like it's actually good. I need to play it more. First impressions, I really like it. Performance is good, but we just have some very ugly reflections. Other than that, yeah, and by the way, if this is the performance I'm going to get, I would lock the frame rate to 120.
So pretty. Can we take one of them home with us?
Not in a rush to get your storybook now, huh? What was that?
Look over there.
Yeah, this looks great. I really like how the vegetation looks. Very detailed. Look at the vegetation here. Very solid. No shimmering, no inconsistency. The flowers are beautiful. Look at all these birds flying around. They look beautiful. The sky is very, very low detail though. Those clouds are as low resolution as it gets. They are clipping badly. I wonder what's the peak brightness with the HDR. I have to install the HDR analysis tool. But yeah, the game looks great. And I really like that the... See how the plants are interacting when I go over them? That is very, very good. I really like it. It's very good. They just have to fix the reflections, that's it. Fix the ugliness with the reflections. And remove that. Let me remove that UID, please. For everyone, because not everyone is gonna find this video and use shader toggler, or maybe if you use it for online you get banned or something.
Oh, and here.
Look at him! He's totally ignoring us!
Arrow accuracy is also yet to be determined. I'll have to test them one by one.
Oh, you have. Practically 2 birds with 1 arrow. Nearly struck us both on the head.
2 birds with 1 arrow. Oh, my apologies. I didn't hurt you, did I?
So, who are you then? What are you doing shooting birds in Tingha?
The name's Fang Jishop, disciple of the Inkbound Order. And I'm here in Xingha on official business. I merely wanted to try out my new bow and... I didn't expect...
The Inkbound Order. Wow! That's one of those big name sects, isn't it? Are you a legendary Xianghu hero? Hey, Mr. Hero! Lots of swordsmen have come to Tinghe lately. Are you all after some sort of treasure? Or some secret martial arts book?
Well, the Inkbound Order is indeed well known. But I am merely a humble disciple, far from worthy of being called a hero. Sorry to disappoint you, young lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix the game looking blown out.
You're not a big hero after
I know
all.
why.
Should've known. What kind of hero
Man,
would
so
have
much
a
talking.
with a
I just
bow
wanna
and
play the
arrow?
game.
Fine, we weren't hurt. We should get going now. Just be more careful when taking test shots next time.
Wait! Master said the noble are never at fault, because they always make up for their mistakes. I have a manuscript on archery techniques, a secret tome of sorts. Please, accept it as my
Okay, accepted. Let's go.
Retreat?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna show me how to use the bow. Let's go. Yeah, I got tired of just too much talking, man. Just wanna play the game.
Still waters.
Okay.
Master it to
So
achieve
here's the reason why the stream looks
expose your prey's weakness.
blown out.
What amazing skill.
They just won't stop talking. This is the problem with the Chinese games, man. It's like talking and talking and talking. Okay, so here's why the stream looks blown out, because I have HDR on my end, and then I am forcing SDR with OBS, so it's clipping all the highlights. So what I have to do is either turn off HDR on the game. That's gonna look fine for you, but it's not gonna look great for me. Let me do that. I'll see. So I'm gonna if I turn it off. See, if I turn it off, now it should look good on your end. Yeah, Now it looks okay on your end because OBS is forcing SDR. But on my end, for it to look good, I have to at least increase the SDR HDR slider so I get some brightness. Let me do this. I'm just gonna increase my SDR HDR brightness. That shouldn't matter for you. Let's increase it a little bit. It looks bad on my end. But that's the only way I can have. Otherwise I have to stream on HDR. Or I can turn off HDR on my end. Yeah, let me do that. It's gonna be better. This doesn't look right. I'm gonna turn off HDR on my. I have to change the settings on my TV. Where is the controller? See what settings I have here. This looks terrible. HDR looks so much better. This looks awful, man. It looks like it's clipping everywhere, like it looks blown out, overly bright. This looks very, very wrong on SDR. This looks wrong. Fix my settings of my TV so I can use this thing. Looks like if you had contrast enhancer on or something, like it's blowing out. Yeah, HDR looks so much better here. Was it going Geralt? Which games do you like? I like these are the kind of games that I like. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this one, but it looks like it. Yeah, but it was looking blown out because of that OBS tone mapping. So the Philips OLED, that's a WRGB OLED. I don't know about that one specifically. It might be good. I do remember from the HDTV test videos that the Philips have some good settings, some interesting settings. But it's a WRGB OLED. I would not recommend anyone to buy a WRGB OLED. QD OLED looks better in every single way. Even if the brightness and the colors are the same, QD OLED looks better. So that's what I would recommend. Only QD OLED, only the best. I'm not sure if this one is on Unreal Engine. Okay, let's play it actually and see. The new tandem OLED is still WRGB, man. That's the problem. I would not recommend you to get that. Get a QD OLED. You have to suffer the Samsung quality control. Is the only way. Okay, let's see what we have to do here, man. It's so much talking. That's what I don't like about this game. Let me just play for a moment. See, let me get involved in the story or something, and then maybe I'm gonna be willing to listen to some talking. Okay.
This is my first time passing on still waters. Shall we shoot at the birds by the cliff together so I can observe it?
What happened here? This is sped up.
Okay, fire away. Ready?
Okay, so what do I have to do here?
Practice still
Here we
waters.
go.
Timing
Really
is
give
key.
it your best.
Track the bird's flight and release at the right moment.
Oh, I see.
Might it be the angle of the arrowhead? I'd better write this down.
You're really something. I knew you had potential.
Yeah, we need some beautiful HDR clouds here because I'm noticing all the clipping. I cannot even
Really something.
I cannot even shoot right with all the clipping.
Really win?
If it wasn't for Heroin Ruby,
How's it going, Karen P?
That's true. You agree, right, Big Fun?
Seeing the two of you working together, I have indeed learned quite a bit.
Yeah, man, this doesn't look good on SDR. I don't know why. What's going on here? Let me see the settings. It just looks so off. Everything looks... The gamma looks wrong. Everything looks wrong. I don't know what happened. What am I supposed to... Adjust the brightness until the bell icon is visible in both dark and light areas. It is visible. It is visible, but it's just the game just looks bad. I think I'm gonna have to... Yeah, it just looks terrible on my end. I don't even want to play like this. I'm gonna have to use HDR, man. And next time I will stream on HDR so you can see this better because it looks awful. Let me see, maybe now I have to turn on HDR on Windows. Okay, let's see. We go back and forth. This looks so much better. But it's still kind of washed out, you know? Yeah, there's something wrong with this game. I might have to restart it. What is going on? Let me see. Yeah, the thing is on the stream it looks terrible. Look, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna change the stream to HDR so you can see it well, because either it sucks on the stream or it sucks on my end. I have to stream on HDR so you can see the same thing that I see. I'm going to install ReShade with the Lilium shader so we can use the HDR analysis tool to see how it looks. And because I don't know what the peak brightness of the game is, there's no peak brightness setting or anything. So I'm gonna do another stream. I'm gonna do another stream on HDR. It looks terrible. I mean, it's clipping on the stream because I'm using HDR here and forcing SDR for the stream. If I don't force SDR, then it looks. Let me try that. If I don't. Let's see if I do this. Don't force SDR. Then it might look kind of washed out. Does that look right in your end? Does it look right now on your end? Or is it blown out? Or is it too dim? My life is better every day because of youth. After I bought my CRT, got a 17-inch CRT. Let's see. And test the motion clarity. I can go back. Well, let me tell you, there are some LCD monitors that have better motion clarity than any CRT. For example, if you can get the NVIDIA Pulsar, I'm not sure if the NVIDIA Pulsar is out or if it's still in development. So now it's better. It's too dim, yeah. I have to stream on HDR. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna end the stream here. I show what I wanted to show, which is how to remove this absolutely annoying deal breaker here with this ID number. And now for some reason I'm seeing like a green bar at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if that's supposed to indicate the progress on the quest or something, but it looks awful. I want to remove that too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm going to install the HDR analysis tool on this game. I'm going to stream on HDR, 1440p HDR, and I'm gonna come back later. And I'm gonna actually play the game, so I can focus on playing the game. Because with all these issues, I cannot focus. Yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'm not gonna eat any ribs. I don't eat any of that. I'm gonna get some garbanzo beans with some vegetables, and that's it. Yeah, I just woke up and I started the stream. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the description. If you have any questions about how to do this, I mean, it's very, very fast to do. It's not that hard when you know what to look for. Reno DX would be more interesting. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to set up Reno DX. The thing is, I reinstalled Windows, so I have to do it again. And there's a bunch of programs that you have to install. So I might do that and try to fix this ID number for real. The thing is to go through the work of doing that, and then I'm not gonna like the game and not even play it. So maybe I'll just try the game first and make sure I'm gonna play it before I go through the struggle and doing all of that. I will, let me tell you, I will never buy any console. I'm telling you that from now. If they give it away for free to me, I would never use it either. Why? Because on the console you cannot do these things. See, you have a game with chromatic aberration on, I'm not gonna play it. You have a game with this annoying ID number at the bottom, I'm not gonna play it. You have a game with motion blur that you cannot turn off, I'm not gonna play it. It's running at 30 FPS, I'm not playing it. So it's like, there's no way I would ever be, you know, okay with the console because of that. Forget about the performance and the graphics. It's just some deal breakers that these games have. I need to be able to fix them. So yeah, let's leave it there. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions, and we'll get back later today with another stream. Yeah, like some games have something weird that you cannot turn off with the consoles. That's the problem. So see, the game has a dynamic time of the day. It's night already. So yeah, we'll get back to it. Okay, last comment. I have a 4070 and a i5 12400. My CPU can give me above 120 in Unreal Engine 5 games, so I play 70 FPS on CRT and it's so clear. Oh, absolutely. I mean, with that PC, you're gonna crush a CRT very easily. Although you have frame generation on the 4070, so that's you can overcome the CPU bottleneck. Like I was doing yesterday with Hogwarts Legacy. CPU, that game is so CPU heavy. I was using frame generation to fix that. So yeah, let's leave it there, man. I will come back today with another stream. When I eat something, maybe go out with the family, and then come back and do another stream at night.